No. No. No, definitely not. No. It's here somewhere. I just... wait, oh, hi! I'm Leo. No, yeah, come in. Yeah, no, I'm sorry about the mess. I was looking for something. You see, I have a school project that involves physics. I want to make a catapult. Why? Oh, well, to illustrate the principle of an object in motion stays in motion. Plus, levers are fun. But, yeah, of course, catapults relate to levers, man. Like, you really don't get it out much, do you? A catapult acts as a lever where you can throw something really, really far. It kind of reminds me of David and Goliath. Wait, you don't know them? Well, now you have to stay. Please, sit. I have to tell you the whole story. It's a really good one. You're going to love it. Long ago, in a faraway land called Israel, almost as far away as New Jersey, lived 8 brothers, each one big and strong. Well, except for one, the youngest, David. You see, David was a shepherd, or in this case, a sheep. Who are you calling a sheep? I'll have you know, I'm a ram specifically. Yeah. Anyways, one day, David and his brothers were in the field working when their father approached them.
Boys, it's terrible. It's just awful.
What is it, Father?
Our mortal enemy, the Philistines, have declared war on our great nation yet again.
Pause. Since I know you don't get out much, I'm going to give you a little geography lesson here. You see, if this is Israel, here's Philistine. Do you see how they share a border? David and his family live right around here, so you can see how they were often involved in conflict. But this time would be different.
The king has called all the strongest men in Israel to go and fight.
All right, I'll go grab my things.
No, not you, David. Just your brothers.
But Dad, I can't...
No, you're too little, my son. Besides, I have an important job for you.
All right, well, what is that, sir?
You must tend to the sheep.
But Dad, all they want to do is gossip and talk about makeup.
No means no. And besides, our women need protecting.
Yes, Father. So, David went to go sit with the ladyfolk, as all of his brothers made the long trek to fight on the front lines. Little did any of them know that the king was having a discussion with the Philistines that very moment.
So what exactly are you proposing?
Well, as I'm sure as you're aware, war is a very costly process. Rather than deplete both of our kingdoms' resources again, I thought this time we might cut to the chase.
Alright, I'm listening.
You send your best man, and we will send our best man. They fight. Whoever wins the war, and gains the servitude of the losing nation. Now, the king would think very carefully about this before making a decision, so that...
Sounds fair, I'm in.
Well, that was easy. Bring out Goliath.
This is Goliath. I bet you wish you thought more about that decision now.
Is it too late to renegotiate the terms of a deal?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
It was at this time that the king tactfully recalled all of his men and guards into the back room with him.
Everyone run for your life!
Or in layman's terms, they ran away. For several days after the incident, Goliath would come out onto the battlefield, exclaiming for everyone to hear,
Who will fight me?
But despite his insistence, no one would come forward, all of the Israelites remained out of sight, too scared to fight such a monster. As time passed, David's father began to worry about all of his sons. All right, ladies, playtime's over. All right, let's get back to work. This grain will mill itself.
David, just a minute, please.
Yes, father?
Your brothers have been gone for quite some time, and I fear food might be dwindling on the front lines. Would you be so kind to deliver all these meals for them, and see how things are going?
Of course, Dad. I would love to. I've always wanted to see what the front lines look like. Oh, this would be super exciting.
Remember, David, you are not to fight. You are just to deliver food.
Of course, Dad. You can count on me. And just like that, off went David. Upon arrival, he was quite surprised to find that despite the war going on for 40 days now, not a single battle had taken place. All the soldiers remained in their tents, cowering in fear. Hey, what's going on here? Where is everybody? Aren't we still at war?
No, yes, we're at war, all right.
Then why isn't anyone fighting? Why are you the only person I've seen?
It's the beast, the huge hulking monster Goliath. No one dare face him.
But if no one fights him, how do you expect a war to end?
Are you joking? He's massive and very skilled in combat. I'd rather the war never end than to fight him, let alone lose my life.
David thought that this approach was rather silly. I mean, if they prayed and had God on their side, then why do they have to fear? Can anyone challenge him?
I suppose, but you're throwing your life away if you think you can. There isn't anyone out there scrawnier than you that could take on a monster like him.
If the Lord is with me, who can stand against me?
It's your funeral. No. Oh dear, here he comes. I must get inside. Not only is he a behemoth, but he's a bully too. No, he'll make fun of my shoes.
Who will fight me? Still no answer. I should have guessed. A nation full of cowards would need more than 40 days to muster up the strength, let alone the courage.
I'll do it.
I didn't see you there, little lad. You're such a pipsqueak.
I, David, son of Jesse, will fight you.
You've gotta be kidding me. This is the best you can do? I'll win at a landslide. Listen here, kid. You go to your little king and take the rest of the day to prepare or change your mind. If you still want to fight me, I'll see you back here at sunrise. The Philistines don't even need me to fight in this battle. I could send in my 2-year-old niece, and she would still win in 5 minutes.
After David's proclamation, the soldiers decided it would be best to inform the king. Before, they all ended up in slavery, because a little boy decided he could fight a giant.
You did what?
I told Goliath I would fight him.
How do you expect to beat him? You're just a child, and he is a freak of nature, trained in the art of combat since birth, and he's huge.
He may be, yes. I may be young, yes. I have no training, but there's one thing that I do have, and that is the Lord. I've protected my herd from predators who seek to hurt and destroy all my life. Any trouble given to me, the Lord has helped me overcome. Why not now? Why not Goliath?
Goliath is not a wolf in sheep's clothing. He is a monster.
And who is the great protector who shields us from all evil things? If God has been for me in my hour of need thus far, what makes you think he's going to leave me now? While not completely convinced, the king had to admit that David's faith was strong. It was this faith alone that convinced him to allow David to move forward with the fight.
My boy, I say this because I care, and I don't want a smart young lad such as yourself getting hurt. If you are so insistent on this fight, At least take my armor and my sword. They've aided me well through all the years. And they're the best money can buy, quite frankly.
I'll only take what the Lord provides.
But you'll be destroyed!
Well, then the Lord's will be done. Well, after this discussion, David took a walk by the river and couldn't help but notice 5 smooth, shiny stones as he picked them up and put them in his bag. Armed with his slingshot and his shepherd's staff and these stones, David walked to the battlefield and waited for Goliath.
So they couldn't talk some sense into you, child. This battle is an insult to my skill and ability as a warrior.
You may have a sword, a shield, and years of training, but I come in the name of God, and with his power, I will smite you. David quickly pulled out one of the smooth stones from his bag and loaded it into his slingshot. With one quick flick of the wrist, the stone went flying and cascading right into the middle of Goliath's forehead. The immense force behind the pebble knocked Goliath out for the count, and with that, David had single-handedly won the war, all because he trusted God and put his faith into him. David knew that as long as God was with him, he need not fear. He also knew that much like my cattle project here, a small stone, when launched with enough force, can do a lot of damage.
Leo, you're gonna be late for school.
I'm coming. All right. You can stay as long as you want, but I've got to go. Remember, if God is for us, who can stand against us? Bye!